Oh well, welcome back to Life the Ride. Welcome back to Life the Wild Ride. Today I'm just Tracy picked up an extra shift, so she's working late tonight. So I thought I would just putt around with this wire mess because I still have all this wire on the floor here that is all not being used and coiled up, but it all still goes into this mess back here. And I'm going to start working on removing some of the stuff I really just don't need and get it out of my way. So that's kind of what I am putting around now, just chasing some wires and eliminating what I don't need so I can eventually get this panel back in place where it belongs. Alright, so what I've done here is just I eliminated a whole bunch more wires. Well, they were already kind of eliminated, I just hadn't cut them off. What I did is I determined one left and one right speaker wire set and eliminated all the rest, because when we're in the bus driving, we'd like to have music off of the bus power and the engine power, so we're not using up solar and all that. There's no need to, so we'll have a couple speakers up here once this is all done for us while we're driving, and no need to have all the other speakers that were in here. We'll have a different radio system for when we're stopped somewhere and kind of living. And then I've just been working on putting this panel back in. Now, as many wires as I removed, there's just not much room to get this thing stuffed back in there. So I'm just slowly working the wires around here and there, getting them pushed back in. I think when I'm all done the back, I might redo this whole cab area anyways and make this all out of wood. Or at least cap this off wood or something. And when I do, I might bring this out a little bit to give a little bit more room, because even if I get that all back in there, it's tight. And there's no reason why I can't take this panel and just put a nice trim board all the way around for this to mount on, and then it gives all those wires a little bit more space back there and less likely to be kinking or bending or something like that. So we'll see when we get to that point, but slowly getting it back in there, because these wires are staying, but they'll be bundled in a new channel that'll go up this wall. And then these are a few speaker wires which will go up in that channel as well. So we'll get those all covered up here soon, maybe, and then at least boxed in this section here to get this all neatened back up, and we'll go from there. So we're slowly getting there, a little at a time. Alright, I had to step off the bus because Tracy's standing, but I just want to add another thing I did ahead of time a couple days ago is I traced wires for these lights up here and figured out what's what, and that's what I got here. So I got the B6 is the right amber, which is going to turn into the right blinker, and then of course the green B8 is the left amber, which will turn into the left blinker up here. And again, like I said, the red ones, we're not exactly sure what we're going to do yet. We might put clear reverse light lenses on there, because then they're clear, and hook them into just a basic switch system. So if we want to snap on extra lights, we can. But if we do those ambers as blinker, we're going to have these blinkers down there, as well as those big ones up there, and there's no way anybody can say that they cannot see that we're turning one way or another. So I'm going to take this, go ahead and cut my wires, make the connections, and test it out. Okay, we're going to go outside and test it. While it's on right now, let's make sure everything's working. Look at that, it's a beautiful sight. Okay, so we have this one working. We're going to go, oh, and this one's working still. That's good. So we've added that in. Let's go to the back and make sure the back ones are still currently working. Alright, that's a beautiful sight. We have this one working, and that's the one we in a previous video when I switched all those over, had that set up as a blinker as well. So there's no doubt now that we have good visual on the blinkers. And then of course we have this as a blinker as well.
Alright, we're outside and got it wired right because it's blinking.
One down here blinking?
Yep.
Alright, and the one on the side is still blinking. Let's check the back.
I turned the camera, you'll probably be mad when you go to edit. I turned the camera, you'll probably be mad when you go to edit.
All right, so the original one is still working, and of course that's the one we transferred over in an earlier video last year. So that's perfect. So we have our blinkers hooked up to the front now.